Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic, less known classic. This episode number 2567. That was number 2461. Basically, first we're starting off with the penultimate trade that collect issues from Cable and Deadpool. Volume 7, Separation Anxiety, which collects issues 36 to 42. Now, throughout this book, Cable is not really here. That's why it's been called Cable and Deadpool. Despite I think he's valuably part of the first 35 issues, here he's not here very much. Excuse me. Mostly put he's here to advertise what's going on over in the pages of X-Men Volume 2, written by Mike Carey. First of which, basically, we have him appear in the book where it ties into the events of supernovas. So basically, appearance in this book here, it takes place during that actual story arc. And then basically, the other appearance he makes in this book, it takes place during the Marauder story arc, which is the very next story arc. Well, actually, it's not the next meaty one, but it does have that big, humongous story arc, which actually like in a trade paperback. Mostly put, it's basically, you read this book, it's like there's something called Cable and Deadpool. It feels like a Deadpool because you have Blind Owl here. We have Agent X, one of his last appearances to date. And if you're really curious, does Agent X appear again after this book wraps up? Yeah, well, apparently he's been given this disorder where he's he has to be obese because he's got arthritis. Yes, seriously. They made him chunky because he's got arthritis. Yep. Yeah, Taskmaster's here too. He doesn't do a lot per se, but yeah, after these issues, basically pops up in the final set of issues, and then he does very little after this. Yeah, I'll discuss that when I talk about the last set of issues. But man, he's only in these issues here just for he's back here. I remember seeing him in the book. Yeah, for some reason Wikipedia doesn't credit him bearing those issues, but still, actually he does appear 3 issues. Yeah, he's here from issues 39 to 40. He's not in 41 and 42, but yeah, he's here. Yeah, but very interesting story arc. This is called the Unfinished Business story arc. Yeah, it starts with issue number 36, I think it does. Yeah, it starts issue 36, where Weasel's here too, along with Taskmaster. Rhino gets a smooch from... No, Rhino, Blind gets a smooch from, of all people, Deadpool through the mask. Doesn't actually get the list per se, but yeah. And the story itself officially wraps up with issue number 39. Yeah, it's a quick 4-part story arc. And Irene is here too. Now, Irene, she is, at this point in the series, we're here basically discussing, toward the end of this particular series. Sadly put, she, here's the thing. After this trade here, she appears 2 more times in this book. Yeah, 2 more times. And don't worry, I'll be discussing more of her issues later on. Yeah. Yeah, but we're getting pretty much close to wrapping up the series. Now, sadly, I think that, I'm looking up here, I think that, yeah, and also, after 42, here's the strange thing. The book basically, here's the thing, Cable stopped appearing in this book with issue 42. The reason? Because he apparently dies. And this, of course, happened just prior to Messiah Complex. But, really good set of issues. Loved it. I give this book roughly a 10 out of 10. We are almost done with this series. If you're really curious, we have only just about 8 more issues left to go. And then pretty much, yeah, that's it. Next up is going to be interesting with this one, because we're going to say a Venom Epic Collection and a Venom miniseries. Yep. One of them anyways. Yes. That's better. Yeah. Now, some of the stuff basically I've discussed already, but we're discussing his second ever miniseries known as Venom Funeral Pyre. And this one is not collected in the Epic collections they've released so far. And this is written by Carl Potts, artwork by Tom Lyle. This is basically Venom team with the Punisher to take down some gang. Yeah. That's simple what this book is. It's 3 issues and moving on from there. Now, a lot of the other books come afterwards, I've discussed already, but the miniseries I thought was really good. I give the book roughly a 9 out of 10. Next up we have is the 5th Epic Collection for Venom. Yep, the 5th one. Now, Volume 5 collects, well, I can get past you here. Thank you. Alright, so here is the Epic Collection for Venom. This is the most recent one released. Now, I'm going to also discuss Volume 7 soon, so over that. So, this book collects basically material from the series for Spider-Man, the Arachnus Project, 1 through 5. He appears in cameos in those issues, and he appears fully in issue 6. Web of Spider-Man, 118-119, Spider-Man, 52-53, Venom, Separate Anxiety, Venom, Carnage and Elise, Venom, Center Takes All. There's also material from, there's actually backup story for that one. Excuse me, Kenny Origins. The writing here is done by Mike Leckey, Terry Kavanaugh, Howard Mankey, Larry Hama, Bob Belushi, and Marv Wolfman. The artwork is done by Andrew Wildman, Steve Butler, Tom Lyle, Ron Randall, Greg Lozug, Tom Hausett, David Holver, Art Nicholas, and Gabriel Gecko. Now, I'm not discussing Web of Spider-Man 118, 119, and the Spider-Man issues because I discussed this already. The Arachnus Project. It is just a mini-series. It is just a Spider-Man mini-series. Not really, I don't remember exactly what the series was because they don't really talk about this book here at all. It's not a very mini-series, so I'm not going to discuss it here. The reason why I'm skipping over the Web of Spider-Man and Spider-Man issues, because that's the XL stuff. Separate Anxiety. This is a 4-part miniseries. Now, Separate Anxiety has mostly put him with Ken Ellis, taking on the symbiotes. Yep, they make their return in this book. First time, well, let's see. In the case of Scream, the original Scream, she's Sally no longer alive. She got killed off in Venom. Yeah, her previous appearance prior to this very book was actually in the Exiled stuff. Yes, this comes right after the Exiled storyline, and this is basically her very next appearance. And she's also here for The Hunt in Tooth and Claw. Separate Anxiety, like I mentioned, is just basically Venom's rematch with the symbiotes. That's mostly exactly what it is. Yep. Carnage Unleashed. This is a very fun mini-series where, here's the thing. It's basically Venom versus Carnage, obviously. Now, Carnage Unleashed is written by Larry Hama and Andrew Wildman. In this book, Venom is upset the fact Carnage has got a video game, so he wants to basically beat the crap out of Carnage for having a video game. Yeah, there's also appearance here by Dr. Ashley Kafka, the original version of the character, who last appeared in Detective Spider-Man 217, which is basically doing the Clone Saga stuff. So yeah, Venom was releasing stuff during the Clone Saga. Yes, he was. Yep. So, after this miniseries wrapped up, her next appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man 403. And she's appeared very sporadically, and then she returned from Riley Scott's Spider-Man. That's actually a flashback book, but her last appearance was Clone Conspiracy number 5. But Carnage Unleashed was a great miniseries. I love this one. I thought it was fantastic. Yep. Next up came Center Take All. Yeah, this mostly put is Venomverse, a new Sin Eater. And it's not Stanley Carter. Nope. It's a character. It's a guy by the name of Michael Edgeworth. That's most of exactly what this guy is. He is just another Sin Eater, and he only appears just as miniseries. He's not Stanley Carter. Nope, this is a completely different guy. And Venom takes on this book. Also, his ex-wife is here too, which is interesting. This book also has a backup feature called Tour of Duty. Yep, where it focuses on the jury. Yep, that's most of what exactly what this book is. And then we have material from Spider-Man 29 meets Spider-Man. It's mostly put his involvement in that one shot. And then came Uncanny Origins number 7. This mostly put as an expansion upon something that was established back in Amazing 300. That's mostly put what this book is. And you're thinking, does David Cellini do the writing and Tom McFarlane do the artwork? Nope. At the time this book came out, Tom McFarlane was over at Image doing Spawn. David Cellini, don't know what he was doing at this point in time, but the book was written by Bob Bucci and Dan Hover. Yep. Now, the thing is, in the story itself, we actually had it where Eddie Brock accused this guy being the Senator, and then Spider-Man unmasked the real Senator, and then he got fired for bad reporting. Yes, because he basically pointed to the wrong guy. So he fired him because he got fired because of that. Because he was an incompetent journalist. So this later led him becoming basically Venom himself. This is actually mentioned in images in Amazing 300. This is, you can think of Uncanny Origins number 7, just expansion upon it. It's basically a detailed thing of Venom's Eddie Brock's backstory, kind of what he was prior to becoming Venom. Which I do appreciate that. I think it was a really cool move. Now, this is the only book he appears in for this book. Yes. But the book itself in here really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I didn't think any miniseries was bad. Not necessarily. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like here was basically the Reckless Project, because there wasn't much here. Just basically Venom popping up here. The only reason why they included because Venom appears in there. Now, there are some books, basically, the only book I can think of they cannot collect and trade is Bad Rock Spider-Man. It's the only book they probably cannot collect. Due to the fact Bad Rock is a Rob Liefeld character, so they probably have to ask his permission to collect it. Presumably, anyways. Yep. But not really much else to talk about here. Just really good stuff here. Venom has got not much left for it to say. If you're really curious, how much is basically left to go for Venom? Well, how many miniseries left to go? Because I have now reviewed up until the miniseries Sinner Takes All. That's the first I've got with it. I basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 miniseries and 2 one-shots left for Venom. And that's it. Yep. Now, is there trades to collect this stuff? Yes. Yes, there is. I basically have to kind of go through about 2 more trades for him. And that's really it. Yeah. Yeah, so the only trades that go to collect stuff for him is just Venom Along Came a Spider and Venom Tooth and Claw, and that's pretty much it. Now, yes, there is a 7th Epic Collection. Does the Epic Collection like something? It's basically, you can think of it as kind of a combination of both books, kind of, but think, okay, is there a miniseries came out with Sinner Takes All? Well, after Sinner Takes All, it is Rune versus Venom. It's a one-shot from Rune from Out. This one they could collect because Marvel does own Malibu Comics. They could legally collect this if they wanted to. Yeah, so I think they started with The Hunted. No, they started with The Hunger. Yeah, so Along Came a Spider is not in here. So there's a few books basically going to be in there. So basically 2 miniseries. Actually 1 miniseries and 1 shot. Yeah. As for what else basically came out, what could be in like that sixth volume, I'm not sure. But basically, I'm just gonna have to do two more of these. There's not much left to go. I'll probably just do something for that one. So I'm gonna soon basically wrap up the Venom stuff and just basically, well, probably do Carnage next because there's some Carnage stuff, not a lot per se, but there's that. Okay, so that's episode of you. Next episode's gonna be, well, back to Ring Stronger Exorcist. Okay, next video.